So I receive a lot of queries regarding essays, how to improve score in essays. And here I'm making this video just to give an example to demonstrate that how choice of words can leave a greater impact in your essays and raise your score. An essay, as I've repeatedly said, is not just about presentation of your knowledge. It's not just about it's not just about your knowledge, but also presentation and how you are able to convince the examiner of what you believe. And here comes the importance of certain words which you should use in your essays, and these words, the choice of these words and the creative use of these words, they stir emotions in the mind of the reader, and your words should be such that they resonate in the mind of the reader, the examiner. And for that, it's not important for you to really go and learn very complicated and complex words. It's not necessary for you to have complex vocabulary. What is more important is that the words which you already know, use them in a creative manner. I'm going to give you an example of such a word, and the word is naked or nakedness. Now, this word nakedness and naked, I'm not using in an erotic sense, but as a metaphor to show and talk about those people in those social groups or social institutions who are left exposed and vulnerable in front of different oppressive forces. Now, when you use this word naked, it immediately sparks some ideas related to vulnerability. As if someone is really very vulnerable and sensitive to the environment around him or her, he has nothing to cover himself up, and he is in a sense of purity, and we need to do something to provide some shelter and safety to him. So let's see some uses of these words. Like they were last year's essays, and we could have used this word nakedness in different ways. Like the one essay was wisdom finds truth. How could you use this? Now you can say that wisdom uncovers the naked truth. You can say that no matter under how many layers the truth is concealed, no matter under how many wheels of hypocrisies, lies, and greeds and ignorance it is concealed, but wisdom of a man finally uncovers the naked truth. The use of this naked in front of truth, it increases the intensity and the level of purity of the truth. There was an essay on humanity, on values versus humanity, and values and humanity. Values are not what humanity is, but what humanity ought to be. You could have said somewhere like this that our value system has been paralyzed, it has weakened, and humanity has been left naked before the greed and lust of man. So we need to rebuild values to resurrect humanity. So when you say that humanity has been left naked before the greed of man, it immediately gives this idea that the value system has came down, has is weak, has corrupted, and it's very situation is really very sensitive. There was an essay on individual versus society. Best for an individual is not necessarily best for a society. Something like this, you can say that naked ambitions of an individual often ruptures the same social institutions in which those individuals are located. So here, adding this word naked, it gives a feeling as if those ambitions are very strong and very impulsive and without anything to control them. So naked ambitions of an individual, they rupture the same social institutions in which those individuals are located. Something like this you could have said using this word naked, or you could have said that in the name of social morality, the individual is often left naked and exposed in front of the social forces which deny him any independent existence, which deny him any identity. So what you're saying that the individual is left naked and exposed. Remember this line: individuals or any group or any community or any social institution, when we say, so remember this line that individual is left naked and exposed. Any community, when you say is any community or individual or social institution is left naked and exposed, it means how vulnerable it is to the forces around him. There were so any essay, whether it's an essay on modernity, you can say you have to talk about modernity and religion and all those things. You can say that with the retreat of religion and modernity in the world, mankind has been left naked in front of the technology and machines. It shows how mankind is so much vulnerable. It is left naked in front of technology and machines. Similarly, if there is an essay on economic, agriculture, etc., globalization, you can say that with the advent of WTO and MNCs and globalization, our poor farmers are naked and exposed to the volatile prices of the market. So in this way, you can use these words in a more effective manner. If you have to use an essay like on politics, you can say that with weakening of independent constitutional institutions like CAG and election commissions, public money is left naked for corrupt politicians to exploit. Now, if you say that politicians, that the public money can be exploited by politicians, it's not very uh, forceful way to say the same. But if you say that the public money is left naked before the corrupt politicians to exploit and plunder, then this really gives intensity to your ideas. So through this, I will, there was a next question on healthcare. You could have said that in absence of public healthcare, poor children are naked and exposed to disease and death. Again, see the use of this word naked. So friends, I think I hope that you get an idea about how we can use certain words creatively to give more intensity to our ideas so that the examiner or the reader who reads them really agrees to them. The words should resonate in his mind. They should create some kind of imagination and visualization, and his emotions should be stirred up if we use such words effectively. Now, I hope this was useful to you. And as I said earlier, it's not about learning complicated words, it's just about using the same words in a more creative manner. I hope this was beneficial to you. If you want me to come up with more such videos, you can please drop in your comments in the comment section. And I will give you one more thing. So, for those who have understood this thing, just in the comment section, you show me the use of this word naked. Suppose if you have to write an essay on informal sector, you have to write an essay on suppose workers, the plight of workers in our country, or suppose you have to write an essay on colonization or imperialism or post-globalization, then show me some uses of this word the way I have shown you today. With this, I wind up here. Thank you for watching. Thank you.